Hi, my name is Donna Kenny. I am a trainer assessor for the Manchester team. I've worked for the company for 2 years. How can a new TA? I believe that a new TA needs to engage with the learner, kind of build a rapport with the learner, find out what their actual needs are, rather than treating them as though they have no needs, kind of finding out what their needs are emotionally, not just like learning wise, and what their barriers are, whether it is confidence, whether it's anxiety, or whether it is a learning difficulty in dyslexia or ADHD or anything like that. Just trying to find out what they need. I think confidence really, so having confidence in them, showing the support in them. So if you have faith in them and have faith in the fact that they can do it, and show them that and encourage them through the support that you give them, might be a text here and there, might be just sitting down and having a coffee with them and just having a little chat just to see how they're getting on, or like if they've struggled with something, try and make them be open with it, because if they don't ask any questions, or if you don't have that rapport with them, you've got the barrier of the fact that they won't speak to you, let alone the barrier of what their learning difficulties are.
Superb.
I would say knowledge in knowing how you can support them, like what resources you can use, how you can break it down easier for them. Also time, making sure that they've got an adequate time, make sure that you allocate time for them to be able to go and grab a coffee and have a 10-minute break and kind of just take a step back, because you've got some learners that can't engage for long periods of time, so allowing them that time. I think it's a bit personal really, in knowing that you're not just, as much as you are just their trainer assessor and having the support that they need through that, but it's being able for them to engage with you, to allow that really, because you are obviously remain professional with them and they are your learner and you're their assessor, but it's being able to engage with them on a level that allows them to be open to learning and to kind of let down their guards and their barriers, I guess. Being able to they're going to teach you as much as you're going to teach them. To be honest, that you don't kind of do a bit of your own research, find out what kind of support they've had in the past, because if it's something that's worked for them and they know that type of support works for them, like when they were a kid or when they were in high school and that worked for them, then if they tell you that and they know what works for them, then you can naturally carry that on. To not believe that you don't need to know everything, as long as you've got confidence in the fact that you are delivering maths and English, or with their functional skills, or within whether it's their qualification, you've got to have confidence in the fact that you know what you're talking about. It's just their learning difficulty, and as much as it's a barrier for them and a barrier for you because it's not something that you might have dealt with before, you're learning with them, and they can relate to that, because then you're both learning and you're both learning something new. So it kind of takes away a bit of the anxiety for them, because they don't just think they're on their own. You're both learning within
Superb.
it.
Okay.
Ignore it. It's not going to go away. If anything, it's going to get worse. You're going to demotivate them, because if anything, that's probably what they've always had through their life, is people just ignoring their learning difficulty, and they'll lose faith in you, they'll lose faith in the company, they'll lose faith in themselves again, and it might have taken them a lot to sign up to do another qualification or to try again, and if you're then not going to be there to support them or give them the guidance that they need, it's just another thing where they're just going to give up, and it's not the fact that they can't do it, it's the fact that they've never been shown how, or they don't know how to deal with it. So getting through that, the real barrier is their emotional anxieties rather than the actual subject. So getting through that is your biggest barrier. Once you've got through that barrier, then you'll be fine with whatever the actual subject is that they need support in.